welcome courtside. He's John Cookman, I'm Rob Price, and tonight, if we talk about an open, it's two Southwesterns. Both teams come in at 10 and 12 for the ladies. These Evangels, John, on a 5-game win. You're playing real well right now, 5 in a row.
They are. They have really found the chemistry within the team to build upon. And it seems like every game now that they're building, if you look back at their scores, the way they're winning is progressive and they're putting things together. It's going to be a tough challenge tonight for the Lady Lions.
Meanwhile, the Lions have lost 4 in a row. They're 2 games out of 8th place. However, the 2 teams above them, JBU and USAO, play tonight. So one of those will lose. A Lions win puts them within 1 game of that 8th place spot. So it's going to be a fun night. You look at some key players. Taylor Hill averages 10 a game. She's going to have her hands full with these guards. Talk about the guards just a second. Alexa McCaffey and Bethany Kroc. I think the guards are a big key because this team shoots from the outside at will. Just talked to Coach. He said they'll put all 5 players on offense outside the 3-point line. How do you defend that? He called it a 3-2. First time all year, he's going to run a 3-2 defense.
Yeah, well, Coach Beatles has been practicing the Amoeba D, the matchup zone all year. This is going to be a perfect opportunity if he wants to run the zone level defensive play to exercise that Amoeba D.
Let's check in with Coach Beatles. He's standing behind us with Adam Ferguson. Adam?
Overall record 10 and 12 both, and but they're ahead of you in the Southwestern Conference, or I'm sorry, Student Athletic Conference. What do you have to do tonight to come out on top?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Southwest Christian is the hottest team in our league. They've won 5 straight in a row, just coming off a big win over Oklahoma Baptist University. Well, there's a couple things you got to do. One, you got to defend the 3-point shot. They shoot almost nothing but threes. And then our big girls have got to rebound tonight and stick it back in the hole. I think if they can do that, we'll be in pretty good shape.
Now, despite all the losses in the conference, Taylor Hill has been a bright spot for you this season. What do you have to say about your junior 2 guard?
Well, of course, she plays point for us and she plays 2. She's having a great season, and we're just real proud of Taylor.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Coach. I was talking to Coach earlier. He said, Rob, this could be a trap game, and here's why. They just beat number 8 OBU on January 31st, 58-54. They have Oklahoma City, which is number 2, I think, in the nation in a few days. So Beatles says maybe they're looking past this. You may not disagree with that.
I talked to Coach Matthews, and there's no way that they're overlooking the Lady Lions. The Lady Lions, although their record is not indicative of a power team, it's going to be kind of the flip-flop of tonight's game with the guys. They have the respect of the league, and every one of these coaches in the Sooner know that when the Lady Lions put it all together, they can put it together and not just win, but, win double-digit margin.
Right now, Lady Lions are 1-9, John. What do they do to climb out and at least give themselves a fighting chance to grab that 8th place spot? With 1 win on the season, the morale's got to be low tonight.
Yeah, well, it's all about getting the W, and everything has to be centered around that tonight. The pressure is on. You would think, and as a coach, as a fan, you got to hope that these Lady Lions feel that pressure and understand that tonight's the night, and it starts a beginning of a winning streak. It's got to happen.
There are no players 6 foot or above on the Evangels team. A lot of guards who shoot. How do those matchups play in favor of the Lions tonight with Cox and Page and all those folks?
Well, when you're talking about a running gun and a type of offense that they bring to the table, they can shoot from the 3. Their power player is Adriana White. She averages almost 16 points a game. She can get it done down low as well as out on the perimeter or the parabola. And that's a dangerous weapon when you don't know how to play her. It's not like you can isolate one game, because if you shut her down on the inside, well, she can hit you from the outside. And the rest of these young ladies are fairly accurate from the outside as well.
Miranda Jans averages 9 a game. Andy McGill averages 9 a game. Talking to Coach, he said, watch out for number 23. That's Kim Hayes. She leads the team in blocks. But more impressive is she's a forward. She will shoot threes anywhere on the court, and she's a big man, John.
That's right. And And that's going to be, you know, the matchup problem that presents itself in this game.
Well, look at the top rankings. These Evangels are ranked in 4 categories, top 25. Total three-point percentage, no question there. Turnover margin, free throw percentage. And meanwhile, the Lions just ranked number 3 in steals. Impressive. With 278, 13.8 a game. It's going to be a good one.
Tough.
It's a must win for the Lions. They could pull it off. And we'll have more. It's almost time for tip-off here. Get back with the game action coming up next right here on the SAGU Sports Network. Stay with us.
At guard, freshman number 20, Taylor Easton. At forward, freshman number 21, Grace Hadley. At forward, senior number 23, Kim Hayes. And at guard, freshman number 33, Andy McGill. Head coach for the Eagles is Derek Matthews. Now the starting lineup for your SAGU Lady Lions. At guard, sophomore from Garland, Texas, number 10, Monica Dorsey. At guard, junior from Waxahachie, Texas, number 13, Taylor Hill. At guard, sophomore from DeSoto, Texas, number 25, Alexis McAfee. At forward, senior from Lufkin, Texas, number 33, Cassie Cox. And at forward, sophomore from Nacogdoches, Texas, number 35, Charity Page. Head coach for Lady Lions is Arlen Beals. Assistant coach is Corey Henry.
And welcome inside the Schaefer Center. It is time for game 1 of 2 here in Waxahachie, the Southwestern Christian University Evangels in town from Bethany, Oklahoma. Coming into this game, John, the same record as Lady Lions, 10-12 overall, 6-4 in conference play. Lions sitting at 1-9, and it's going to be a good one here. I think you're going to see a lot of outside shooting perimeter shots, perhaps some long balls in transition, and hopefully the Lady Lions can really establish themselves in the paint early on in this game.
Yeah, this Lady Eagles squad comes
Evangels.
in. No, they're the Eagles.
They're the Eagles?
They are.
The men are the Evangels?
No, they're both the Eagles. And they come in with a pretty good out-of-conference schedule where they lost a few games, and they didn't try to pad it. And it's starting to pay off now because they're really starting to shape up, like we said in pregame, with their chemistry, but being able to see the bigger talent ahead and maybe taking those losses early really helped out this team for the stretch.
Dorsey from long range, off the mark, but an offensive board from Cox gives the Lady Lions another shot at it. McAfee drives, finds Cox, wide open, and a whistle. Like a violation, 3-second violation against Cassie Cox. We'll turn the ball back over to the Eagles. Sorry for the bad information. We thought it was the Evangels. It's the Eagles of Southwestern Christian University. Now first possession for the Eagles. And stolen away by McAfee. Nice play inside, pass intended for Taylor Estep. Instead, here come the Lions. Still looking to score their first points of the game. 1 minute in. Game 1 of 2. Cox gave up the easy free throw distance shot and gave it to Dorsey, and she buries the 16-footer, puts the Lady Lions on top early. 2-0. Nice, smooth release from Dorsey. Good pass from Cox. Found the open man. Here's a long three, top of the key, off the mark, no good. That's Annie McGill. And here come the Lady Lions again, Dorsey. Gets it over to Hill. McGill averages 9.5 a game. Boy, McAfee looked that one over. I know you'd have shot that, John. She let that one go. Cox inside, nice pass inside to Page. Puts it in, and a whistle will send Charity Page to the charity stripe. 2 good passes in a row from Cassie Cox at the free throw line, John.
Well, Cassie has really been turning it on as of late, the last 2 or 3 games. She's come alive and really found her niche with this team, and it's shooting. Her shooting has come a long way, but it's also included assists and pass. That passing game, she just sees the court better, you can tell.
Jans, where's number 11? She gets it over to McGill. Over to Estep, back to Jans. Kim Hayes, she'll shoot from anywhere in the court. She's off on that one, but an offensive rebound. Shot no good. Page clears. Lions up 4-0 early. McAfee works left, back over to Hill. Now Dorsey. Now this time it's Page at the top of the free throw line area. She hits Dorsey again, and that one's off the mark, missed everything. Looks like Page and Cox are changing interchangeable roles. One's high post, one's low post. They can both play either of those roles efficiently. This time it's Page up top. And a long ball off the mark right into the hands of Hill. Does really have numbers, 3 on 4. Pulls it back out wisely. Cox, Dorsey, just inside the three-point line. Looked good coming off, but rims out. Here comes the Lady Eagles. McGill. Grace Headley back to Hill. Looked at the 3, shadowed by Dorsey, and Cox came out to help. 12 on the shot clock now. Lions in that 3-2 defense, and again, Beadle said first time all season we've tried it, and so far it's working. They've shut out the Lady Eagles in the first 3.5 minutes of play. Is that inside shot's no good? They got McAfee up top in that 3-2 defense. She's quick, John.
Yeah, she really is, and it's good. The Lady Lions need to be able to capitalize here on their good defensive stance. They can't just accept one shot and done.
And that one dribbles out of bounds. Long ball missed off a Hill. Loose ball off of Charity Page.
And it looks like the Lady Eagles here it's going to take them a few minutes to find their legs. You know, a long trip down, get off the van, the bus, whatever it is.
Now look how far Dorsey is, way out beyond the three-point line. They've scouted this team well. They are going to contest every 3 they can. Look at Cox way out there. Now that's what can happen right to you, John. They can drive right past you if they get a step on you. And there you see 2 shots inside. Thankfully they miss it for the Lady Lions, but I like to see Cox get out there, but she got burned on that jab step.
Well, it's true. She's just going to have to figure out how to make that drop step quicker. Now there's the shot I'm talking about. Her shot, her accuracy has just improved immensely over the last 3 or 4 games.
6-0 Lady Lions early, pitching an early shutout. More than 4:13 gone now. It's Jans gets in the corner over to Grace Hadley. She averages 3 a game. Check that, 9 a game. And a long 3 ball, look good coming off, and it is. She drains it. That is Grace Hadley. She does average 9.4 a game. She's from Bethany, hometown girl, stayed right at home and plays her ball at Southwestern. Freshman, a 5'9" freshman, gets on the board for Lady Eagles. And you see head coach Derek Matthews. What's he saying now? You think that his team down 6-3 early?
Oh, he said we're early in the ball game. You're now starting to get your second win, get that first nervous jitter out, the legs, the jello legs. Now collect yourself and do what we know we can do. It's just a reminder. That's a reminder type timeout. It's nothing to do anything but encourage and help inspire his Lady Eagles to start producing.
Now they're going to come out with a 3-quarter soft press just to test the dribbling of Lady Lions. Instead, they get it inside to Page, who was turning to shoot and lost the handle. Here comes Hadley. Gets it over to Jans. That three ball is no good from Taylor Estep. And a whistle. Ball back to the Lady Lions.
And that's what Charity needs. She got hit down there. She wasn't really asking or complaining about the foul, but sometimes you need to get a little contact, a little hit, kind of jar you, bring you back into the game reality and get those adrenaline glands moving and pumping. And now we're starting to see Charity Page.
That was Dorsey.
Yep.
Nice move inside.
If you'll watch number 35, Charity Page there, she's starting to dig in, get put a body on her man and actually box out and grab the rebound.
And that one goes in contested, but goes in. McGill drains one, contested by Dorsey. Dorsey is working hard on the perimeter in just these first few minutes of play. Lions up 8-6. Hill drives baseline. Behind the back, turns, spins, keeps her dribble. Now over to Dorsey. 13 in the shot clock. Lady Eagles showing a 2-3 defense and looking for Cox, loose ball. 5 in the shot clock. Page now in trouble. And there's a shot clock violation. Page had a chance to spin and go into the paint, but well defended by the Lady Eagles.
The Lady Eagles presented very good defense on that possession. They moved their feet. They stayed in front of the ball, in front of the player, and just shut them down. The silver lining for the Lady Lions is that, they got another 35 seconds. They're being very patient, and that's a good thing with your Lions fans.
Now, on that last possession there, 4 players were outside the three-point line. The only one who wasn't was I think that was Hayes, who was just between the top of the key and the free throw line. So just what Beatles predicted would happen. Now here in transition, tough shot, no good. Hayes, or check that, that is actually McGill missed it. On the other end, Dorsey, little floater, no good. Loose ball, it might stay here. The Lady Lions believe it stays here. The refs are talking it over. And yeah, they're going to keep it here. One ref signaled Lady Eagles and two other ones signaled Lady Lions. We'll keep it right here. 21 on the shot clock. Dorsey will inbound high over to Page. Good open look. Fade away, unable to get that to fall. What happened on that shot?
Well, she tried to create space, and she was moving backwards and a little bit off of the vertical axis. So it showed in her shot. She needs to learn. She put her shoulder down, went forward, and she just needs to learn to follow through and go straight up in that motion. Charity's still a young player, so she's come along fabulously, but still needs to learn the game, and that's one of those plays there.
Page will take a seat as Lakin Ward checks in for the first time. 5'10" sophomore from Cleveland, Arkansas. Now she's going to work the perimeter. That three ball's way off the mark, deep. Alexis McAfee clears. Hill. She's got Ward. Ward gets inside, back out to Cox. Quick ball movement over to Hill. She's fast. Everyone's touched the ball now. Like this possession. Be patient. If you're the Lady Lions, Hill lets it fly. A little too flat, too strong. And here come the Lady Eagles. Jans brings it up the right side. Yet to take the lead in this game, Southwestern Lady Eagles. Behind, and they're nearly stolen by McAfee. Tough shot, too short. And she almost pulled in her own rebound. That was Eliora Johnson, who just checked in, freshman from Ontario.
Well, it's kind of fun to watch this Amoeba D take place, and as the girls have really learned their positioning and their spacing, it's really neat to see because he's allowing great shot by Lakin Ward there. He's allowing McAfee to really run a lot freer. The matchup zone is a very disciplined defense, but McAfee, she can drop all the way down into the paint or be as high as 30 feet away from the basket, and she's very, very fast, and that he's given her the freedom to arrange the structure of that defense, the way, and it's just a lot of fun to see. When the Amoeba D is played well, it's a very fun defense to watch.
McAfee is fast. She was at the top and in the middle of the paint as Jans hit that three-pointer at the other end, and Cox misses that one just inside the free throw line. Now watch number 25 at home, McAfee. Like John said, she's going to be all over the place in this 3-2D. She's down the paint, and she in fact gets the rebound. Yet she's also signed to be at the top of the key if she needs to be. She's all over the place. Probably your fastest player defensively, and that's what she's going to be at most of the night when she's in the ball game.
Definitely on the floor now. Bethany Crock might be the only other player that's a little quicker.
Great position. Great inside pass from Ward to Cox. Turn, spin, squares her shoulders. Lines up 12-9.
Cassie Cox just doing what she knows to do, and that is that low post game. And she has really made it look easy as of late.
Wide open three from Hayes. We said in pregame she'll take it from way outside, and she did right there. She's listed at 5'9". There's a lot taller than that, John, senior from Norman, Oklahoma. And our first free throws of the game for the Lady Eagles. Free throw is no good. Foul was on Lakin Ward. Eliora Johnson, her second shot.
And
transfer from Lakeshore Collegiate Institute.
3 new Lady Eagles in the ball game. This bench is not very deep. He'll go, it looks like he's going to stick with kind of an 8-man rotation. But I imagine that's enough to be able to supply cardio rest and keep bodies fresh.
Lydia Ross among the 3 who just checked in for the first time. Those that have seen some limited action. 10-12. Lady Lions and Lakin Ward lost that, trying to maintain some position on the right side of the paint to make a move. Had the ball stripped. McAfee's down low, and she'll squirt clear back up high again. She's all over the place. Now it's Dorsey up top. She contests the 3, but Jans buries a 3 right in Dorsey's face.
I love her confidence. I love Jans' confidence that when she grabs the ball, she's first looking, is this open enough to shoot? As a former shooter, you know, that's a great mentality to have on the court.
That's Ward's second medium range jumper of the game. She's got a quick 4 and gives the lead back to the Lady Lions. Jans, like you said, she's got 2 quick 3s. She's got 6 points already. Yeah, look at Dorsey out there, way up beyond the 3. Now, yeah, Cox got beat again.
She went for the head fake, and you know, that's where the discipline comes in. You don't want to gamble. This is a shutdown defense. It's not a gambling defense. And just do your job, play your role, play your zone.
And that's a frustration foul called against Ward. She threw up a brick, hit the front of the rim, and she knew it was missed before we all did. Went to grab a rebound, and in the course of that, bumped into one of the Lady Eagles.
Well, you know, sometimes when you're feeling it, you want to go, and it just probably didn't come off the hand right. So a little upset about that. It's good to see a player follow their shot.
Absolutely.
And, you know, a little frustration in that foul, but that's okay. That's what you still want to see that as a coach.
Yeah, I think they're going to whistle
SAGU foul number 10, Monica
Dorsey on that one.
And here comes Charity Page and Bethany Crock for the first time. This is a fun lineup with Bethany Crock and Taylor Hill and Monica Dorsey.
And Dorsey at the same time.
Very, very quick, and I would look for Bethany Crock, a lot of penetration and dump.
And how about a steal on the defensive side? Crock.
That's the way you
quick
do
hands.
it.
Dorsey, right side, back over to Hill, quickly inside the Page, stops, turns, puts the ball on the floor, and gets the friendly bounce. Charity Page gives the Lions a 3-point lead. That's one of those quasi-transition baskets. You kind of were just getting set, and before they were set, they punched it in the middle.
the game will probably speed up just a little bit at this point.
Long three ball off the mark. That's Lydia Ross. Dorsey looked up. She'll pull back out again. 7.5 remaining. 16-13 Lady Lions holding their own here in game 1 of 2. Looking for win number 2 in the Sooner Athletic Conference tonight against a team that is 6-4.
I love to see the patience.
How about that? Another shot.
And
Free throw line from
just
Cox.
Just go to the well. She's shooting well right now. And I love this patience on the outside, the patience to run the motion offense with a high-low game in the bigs and let them all have a turn. It looks like Cassie Cox is, they know, they see the writing on the wall. She's going to be able to hit that 15, 17-foot jumper. Let her. And all these plays, it's really the same play over and over.
It is, and she's wide open.
Yeah, if you don't stop it, then, you know.
And look at the field goal percentage, John. 21% for the Southwestern Christian University. The Lady Eagles, 44 for the Southwestern Lions.
And I would say this is just uncharacteristic of the total body of work for Southwestern Christian, but it's kind of par for the course for a long road trip that you take in a day. And in the smaller college idea, in the NAIA, in the smaller colleges, that's what you look at. And you have to fight through as a player. And it's different. It transforms the way you play differently. And you've got to be able to focus and rest on those trips so that you don't come out super flat. And it just looks like Southwestern Christian is just flat right now. And that is to be expected a lot of times in these day trips.
You know a lot about that. You played for many years on the road in college, so it's the body rhythm, it's the feel, it's the hours leading up to the game. It really can affect how you play the game. And it looks to me like Lady Eagles still trying to find that rhythm that they know it's there. We'll see if they can pick it up here.
And I love that the fact they're working hard on defense, and they've got a few great defensive stops, and they're running back. Look at it. They'll sprint back. They'll run. The Lady Lions, I don't believe, have beat them back yet.
No fast break points in transition. Meanwhile, Hill for 3, too strong. Dorsey got a finger on it. Now here in transition, Lydia Ross works it left. She's got Croc, spins, turns, throws up a pair. No good. Croc clears. On up ahead to Dorsey. She'll pull it back.
That was a great move by
Page
Lydia Ross.
Looking for Cox on the left post. Tipped out of bounds, and we'll see for the first time tonight. Jaiva Rodriguez, she got the start the last couple of games here at the Schaefer Center. Came off the bench tonight.
And has performed with excellence. A couple games ago, they just couldn't stop her. She hit everything, it seemed like.
Hill will inbound with 22 on the shot clock. Hill looked at the 3, keeps her dribble alive, over to Croc. Now Jaiva. They're starting to clamp down on Cox in the middle. Ross is all over Cassie Cox now. And that 3 is no good. Offensive rebound, though, will send Charity Page to the line.
Yep. And that looked like maybe one of those ticky-tack type fouls.
She just played it up well.
Yeah, she did. And plus, it was down low. Here we go. We see the replay. It looked like all ball to me, but as a player, you'll take what you are given.
First one off the mark. Take a look and see. Ooh, John, I think you might be right. Look at number 11, Jans. It's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And she misses
because
both.
it was low, and the refs couldn't see it, so they anticipated.
And they double teamed. Rodriguez and Croc were all over Hayes, and one of them's going to get whistled for a foul. It's going to be against Croc. 5th team foul for the Lions. First on Bethany. Lions up 5 with 5:55 remaining. Half number 1, loose ball.
Bethany
Croc comes
Croc
up
with
with
the
it.
tip.
Yes, indeed. She's earning more minutes, playing well off the bench tonight. She's got the ball right side. Rodriguez, a long 3, looks good. Oh, just off the mark, though. And scrambling for the rebound out in transition, though. Here come Lady Eagles. Cox almost had that one. Hayes just inside the three-point line. Cox with the rebound. And look at you're right, the Lady Evangels get back in a hurry. There's not going to be many fast break points in transition tonight for the Lady Lions. There's that free throw shot again. Why not? That's number 4 from essentially the same spot. And she smiles as she runs down the court.
Yeah, that's right. You just keep drinking from the well.
Keep taking it. Absolutely. Yeah. You give it to me, we'll take it.
This is a very disciplined offense that we're seeing. A little different than the rest of the games that we've seen. So
over the top.
We can.
And a pass right back. Cox gave it right back. And now carefully you pass it to. Cox looks at Hill and gives it carefully to her point guard. Brock, she's got Page left side. There's a free throw shot again. That went off the mark. Her first miss from that distance. Pull-up jumper, no good from Andy McGill. She averages 9.5 out of Turner High School in Marietta, Oklahoma. Lions up 7, could be up 10. But this one goes in, no good. Rebound, Andy McGill.
There are a lot of 3 balls flying tonight.
It's going to be interesting to see what the percentage is. And that's going to be a body check. Are we playing hockey here, Charity? Body blow. Here it is again. She's like, you're not going to go baseline on me.
I say there's going to be close to between 30 and 35 3-point shots taken just in the first half by both. If you add up both teams.
And Hayes with a mid-range jumper, showing the touch. She averages 8.5. That's her first bucket of the game. Cuts the lead to 5. Triple team as Cox gets it outward to Croc. Hill back to Cox, and a reach-in is going to be whistled against Taylor Estep.
That was Cassie Cox thinking, oh, I've been open all night. Why would I be guarded this time? She didn't even look. She just grabbed it and turned to shoot.
Page inside. Too strong. Cox had a handle on it and let it go out of her hands. Couldn't pull it down. Jans. Ross gets into the paint and rejected by Page. And then a loose ball, and somehow Estep got a shot off, and Cox is in the vicinity. She's going to get whistled for a foul. That's Cox's second foul. The team's 7th will put the Lady Eagles in a 1-and-1 position here in the line.
And Cox shaking her head, saying, I was straight up and down. You can't call that call on me.
Tydesha Diggles will check in for Cox. The remainder of the first half, I would assume, with 3:20 and change left, 3:25 change left. And that second one drops, and the lead is 3. And here comes a mild press. McAfee back in, Rodriguez. Hill across the timeline. Diggles had position, gets into Diggles, turns, spins. Former high school teammate at DeSoto High School. That shot no good, and a rebound. Loose ball, and we'll give the ball back over to the Lady Eagles. Diggles, the freshman, played, well, let's see. Let's do the math here. She's a freshman, and McAfee is a sophomore. So I would assume 2 to 3 years together in high school, just up the road. Long 3, off the iron. Rodriguez, careful. Clears, pivots out of pressure, as they say in the basketball camps. Does just that, fundamental release. Gets it over to Rodriguez for the 3. Looks good, John. Boy, it looked good coming off.
Oh, she's got a beautiful looking shot. It's just a little long.
Get it inside to Page. She'll take it herself instead. She had Page underneath, wiggled around her defender, puts it up and in herself. Rodriguez on the board.
Not many people are able to put the ball on the floor and create a good low side baseline type move in women's basketball at this level, better than Jira Rodriguez.
There's that 3-2 again. You're going to see Hill and McAfee both share time at the top, and slicing through the defense all the way to the rack is Kim Hayes.
And Jira just went for the head fake there. and she slid right around her.
Page, pump, turns, and bucket. Like how she turned, collected.
Yep. Got square.
Yep.
Use the glass.
24-19. Lions have yet. They briefly fell behind 13-12, and they've had the lead ever since. We're under 2 minutes to play. That one's good.
Great shot.
24-22. And a really fast played, in my opinion, first half of play. Just 5 fouls called against the Lady Eagles. And the Lions just now got into the bonus. They'll put the other team in the bonus. It's going to be Rodriguez out. And it'll be Dorsey back in with 1:30 remaining. Lions up 2. And a fairly cleanly played fast first half. Balanced scoring. Lady Lions.
Dangerous pass by McAfee.
Long 3 from Hill. Buries it. Taylor Hill. Her first 3 of the game. Her first points of the game. Extends the lead back to 5. She'll take that all night if you give it to her. And Estep back out of trouble. Over to Jans to Ross. Goes baseline. Double team with that 3-2 Amoeba you mentioned. Working well. And nearly
Taylor Hill
the timeline.
coming all the way
Still
out.
on the shot clock. A prayer is answered. Oh my! Kim Hayes with the shot clock basically at 1 throws up a prayer, and it drains
That's
the bottom of the net.
2 in a row for her. I say give her the ball.
Hill, oh, she passed up a 3. 25 in the shot clock, or in the game, 12 in the shot clock. Bucket whistled before the shot was released. I think it's going to be on the ground against Grace Hadley. That is the 6th team foul. Yeah, Hadley with the hack. Page, tough shot, too strong. Loose ball, Dorsey's got it with 17. Shot clock's turned off. Wait for a good shot. Dorsey lights up a 3 and nails it. Monica Dorsey, her first 3 of the game. 5 seconds left. Hayes, another 3, no good. Loose rebound, Diggles clears, and that's how we'll go to halftime. Couple 3s back to back. Hayes and Dorsey. And your ball game, it's a tight one, John. 30-25. The Lady Lions ahead.
Well,
that 3-2 defense is working right now.
It really is, and that's a defense that takes a little while. Coach Beatles has introduced that this year to this young group. Usually that's a very mature type defense to run, and you run that with your seniors and juniors. There's a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this team picking up a complicated defense if played right, and they're doing well with it. I think things are beginning to click, and they're shutting it down really well. And on the other side, on the flip side of that coin, though, I think SCU is kind of happy to go in only 5 down. They've been flat all night and not shooting well. They have dropped a few 3s, but I wouldn't say their percentage is more than 30%.
I think when we see those percentages at halftime, we get the stats, and when the coaches see the stats, they'll be very happy they're just down 5, because it could be a lot better lead. It could be a lead 4 when the Eagles had any more of those 3s falling. Let's go down, check in. Actually, we'll check in with Coach Court Henry in just 1 second, actually. As you see the men warming up, game 2 coming your way. It's about an hour and a half from now. 16-6 Lions warming up. Number 25 in the land, John. This team's playing really well, playing for the best ball of the season right now, these Lions.
They really are, and this is going to be a really fun game. Don't let the Southwestern Christian University record fool you. They've been in almost every game right there at the end. It's a fairly young team. They just haven't learned to put the cap on it or close it out. as you will, but they have been right there with some of the biggest teams in the land, and these guys can play. So I talked to Donnie Bostwick earlier today about that, and he said this is just as important of a game, and he wasn't just giving me the same old coaches talk. You know, Donnie and I have a good relationship, and there's sometimes he's giving me just the basketball talk, and then there's sometimes, you know, he's just telling me the truth. and this was one of them, and he was really hoping that uh, the Lions were buying into his message this week that we can't allow this to be a trap game. We can't just overlook these guys because they have a bad record. These guys can come in and beat you good.
Let's take a quick break. We're at halftime in game one. Game two coming up. But first, we'll see if the Lady Lions can hold on to this lead and notch win number 2 in the Sooner Athletic Conference action. Stay tuned for more coming up next right here on the SAGU Sports Network.